going on, guys? It's Jordan. I just got a new product for my truck, so I just wanted to do kind of a quick install video. So I currently run a GMRS system in my truck, which is the Midland 275. So what that kind of allows me to do is communicate with everyone on the trails. So here in Arkansas, it's kind of, you don't have any service whenever you hit the trails. So having a way to communicate kind of keeps us all safe. Keeps us at the same pace, can tell each other like if there's obstacles coming up, just to watch out for things. That system, you actually have an antenna. So I currently have the Ghost antenna, and then I kind of just wanted something that had more reach, more range. So I went ahead and upgraded to the Midland Highland bull bar antenna. So this is the heavy duty bull bar antenna from them. So it's about 28 inches tall, pretty sturdy design, has a little spring on it. So I'll kind of show you how it looks, how to install it. I'm super excited. It should provide more range when out on the trails. Plus it just kind of looks sick. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you what's in the package, and then we'll get kind of onto installing it. So first impressions, it is super high quality. This is the heavy duty bull bar. You have the antenna, and then it comes with a little Allen key, and then you have the connector cable. So one end goes into the antenna over here, and then the other end goes into your radio. So yeah, it's pretty simple. I did purchase a mount separately. I'll leave a link down in the description for this if you want to mount it to a bull bar, or you can just kind of create your own custom mount, drill hole, anything like that. So inside this package, it's just one on Amazon my friend showed me. So you just have the little insert here, goes around the bull bar, and then you attach the antenna through this hole right here. And then it has a couple of extra like little spacers, just depending on the size of your bull bar. Midland does sell a bracket, but I didn't get it. But I just went ahead and used this one. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get to the install. I'll show you kind of how that goes. It's super easy. So before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the antenna I have here. So this is the Midland Ghost antenna. I haven't had any issues with it, other than range, of course. I just wanna get more reach out of it. But this one's super low profile, and like all the other ones, it's super easy to install. But yeah, I have to go ahead and take this one off to get started. These are super simple. I do have it on a bracket off Amazon here to kind of pair it with my ditch lights. But yeah, the connector cable is super easy. You just unscrew it. Alright, so now we have the antenna removed. I'll put a link in the description for this bracket as well in case you want to mount another antenna. But yeah, now we'll get on to the install. It's super simple. Excuse the messy engine bay, haven't cleaned it in a while. But yeah, I'll kind of show you how to get started, as well how to mount it on that custom mount from Amazon. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is get your little clamp that you got, or just any other mounting, figure out where you want to mount the antenna. But with this one here, to go ahead and mount it, you'll just undo this little screw right here. And then this one's actually, if you want to undo this screw, it allows you to change the mounting angle. So just depending on the bull bar, I can show you more on there. But yeah, you'll want to figure out where you want to mount it on your bumper. So I have the Backwoods Adventure Mods Highlight front bumper with the bull bar. So this is the one I'm going to mount it on. Alright, I'm getting the antenna mount set up here. So the first thing you want to do is find the insert that fits the thickness of your bull bar. And then with these ones, the cool thing is you can just undo this screw and pull it out. It has little pins that kind of lock it in place so that you can get your antenna to sit flat. To open it, you just remove the little screw here and it'll release the clamp. And then you pick the insert and put it back on there. And then so I'll go ahead and get this tightened down. It does come with an Allen key that fits that screw. So when you take it out, it'll be the screw here and then the washer into that hole right there and tighten it back up. Alright, so this is what the mount looks like on the bull bar. It does kind of stand out a little bit, but honestly it's not too bad. The actual antenna is 28 inches tall, so this on up, so it may be pretty tall if you don't have stuff on your truck. I currently have the bed rack and tent, so It's obviously going to be probably about height with all that. But yeah, now that the bracket's on, we'll go ahead and get started on installing the antenna, running it to the radio. To mount the antenna, you're actually going to have to run the wire through the top of this hole here. So if you look at the end of your antenna cord, you actually have this NMO connector. So all you want to do is unscrew this. All right, and then once you unscrew that, it'll look like this. And all you have to do is put this to the side, and then just run the actual cord down through like that. And then once you do that, you'll kind of find a place to run the wire. So I'm gonna run the wire down through this little gap here in the grill and the bumper. So one thing I forgot to mention about this was that if you don't want to run this spring here, it's actually, you can disconnect it. So this little Allen key they included was for this set screw here. So you can just go ahead and undo that, and then take this the actual antenna part off, and then just run it that way. Personally, I want to run the spring because I think it adds flexibility on like dirt roads and lumpy roads. So I'm going to keep it on for now. But yeah, just in case you want to know, if you wanted to run it that way, it does take away some of the height as well if you find it a little too high. All right, so now for getting the actual wire inside the cab. So it's easier if you leave that little connector piece off. So I have it like this, and then basically you're gonna wanna run it through this firewall right here where all these other cords are, and peel back this little rubber thing here, and you will see a little gap. So that gap is where you're gonna put it through. And then once you get it through there, I'll show you how to hook it up inside the cab. All right, so now that you have it through the firewall, it's gonna come out right here in your floorboard. It all just depends on where you have your radio. So my radio I actually have in the glove box, so I'm gonna run it through this little gap right here to get it over to the glove box. All right, so as you can see, it came out the other side, little gap there. So you can see up under here is where the back side of your glove box or dash is. So you'll want to go ahead and pull this cord all the way through, and then up in here you'll find a little hole. It's easier if you, here's my radio. So I took off this little back panel in the back of the glove box. I need to clean out that cabin air filter, obviously. But yeah, so like with this cord, this is the power cord for the radio. You'll just run it up through the back there and put it up in your glove box. And then you'll put your connector back on and connect it to this on your radio. And you see, once you put it through here, super simple, you just put it up through there and it'll pop out right there. And then you'll just grab that and pull it all the way through. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and reattach this connector here. And then once we get that attached, we can just connect it to the radio. All right, so I just got it connected to the back of the radio here. So now you can so if you want to do it like me, I just put it in here, put it like that, or however best it fits. And then you just kind of tuck the cords wherever you can. Usually I just leave them at the bottom, and I put my manual and everything else on top of it to keep it from rattling. One thing, if you do decide to run it like me, this little back panel here, it won't fully clip in because you have cords running through it. So you'll just kind of have to set it in there and kind of press it in to get it kind of back where it was. As you see, you got that back panel kind of put back in there. It's obviously not perfect, but that's where the cords run through, so it's not always going to sit flush. But yeah, you just kind of clean up this. I do kind of want to zip tie these cords somewhere up here, but I'll do that in the future. But yeah, I'll get all this put back in there, and I'll kind of show you how the bull bar looks mounted on the truck. All right guys, so there's how it looks fully mounted up on the truck. Like I said, it is 28 inches tall. It doesn't exceed the height of the truck. It looks pretty sweet. I'm super excited to test it out more. Like I said, super heavy duty. Yeah, mounts perfectly on my new Backwoods Adventure Mods front bumper. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this side view of it. So there you go. doesn't exceed the height. Perfect for getting a little bit more range out of it. But yeah, like I said, super excited about this. I'll do a little bit more in-depth review after I get some miles on it. Thank you guys for watching this super simple install. I'll do a kind of full truck walk around here in the near future because I've done a lot more to the truck since I did that first one a long time ago. But yeah, super excited. Have a few more products I'll kind of try to review, and like I said, I'll do a full walk around of this. If you want to watch the first walk around before I did all this other stuff, feel free. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.